AP Physics classmates, and of course, you, Dr. Peterson. Can't forget you. As you may know, my name is Heath Peterson, aka the Physics Genius. With that said, I'm here to tell you a bit about collisions. A collision is when two or more objects, with at least one having a velocity, collide with each other, resulting in two types of collisions: elastic or inelastic. My counterpart, a fellow physics genius, I might add, and I will explain more about those collisions later. So we decided to demonstrate this concept with, let's say, a bit of human testing. So hold on to your seats, because it's time to collide.
Hello, fellow classmates, and of course, Dr. P. And thank you, fellow physics genius Heath Peterson, for introducing me, physics genius Peyton Crowder. So basically, I'm going to explain elastic collisions. So, an elastic collision is in which when there's no net loss in kinetic energy in the system as a result of the collision. Both momentum and kinetic energy are conserved quantities in elastic collisions. So, an example of an elastic collision, as you'll see, is one human body running at another one inside a big ball, and he's going to hit them, and they're both going to collide and then bounce off each other, one going at different speed the other way, one going the other way. So, another example of an elastic collision is a perfectly elastic collision, and that happens when there's no loss in speed and no energy has been lost. So, I hope you understood that and hope you enjoy. Thank you.
As you can see in the next video, that it's a little bit more dangerous, but I ensure all of you, and of course you, Dr. Peterson, that we took all the safety precautions that we needed. In this video, you can see the truck hit the person in the ball, and the truck then stops, which realistically that probably would not happen if the gas was still being hit, but in this video it does. And the person in the ball then goes from stop and gains velocity to go forward. So in this video, it shows a elastic collision where the truck hits the person in the ball goes from rest and then gains velocity and continues on with a velocity, where then the truck stops. This is a real-life example of an elastic collision because the velocity and the mass of the truck should have continued on to the person in the ball with their velocity and their mass. This isn't a perfect experiment or demonstration of this because of any number of factors, including friction, air resistance, and human movement.
Oh yes, I'm back to explain inelastic collisions. In a perfectly inelastic collision, the maximum amount of kinetic energy of the system is lost. So basically, this is one where the big ball is not moving and the other ball collide, this one, making one large mass with one velocity. While our inelastic collision may not be perfect, it sure does take the example of the balls sticking to a whole new level. If you bow what I mean.
So as Heath said, a inelastic collision is where two bodies hit one each other and form one body. This can be shown as one person is running with someone else chasing behind them with a faster velocity, and then the person behind hits the person in the front, jumps on their back, and form one object with one velocity. Go. Go. This is terrible.
In the night, I hear